Welcome to our journey through the life of one of history's greatest philosophers, Aristotle. Born in 384 BCE in the small town of Stagira, Greece, Aristotle's life and work have left an indelible mark on Western thought. Aristotle was born into a family with a rich medical background. His father, Nicomachus, was the court physician to King Amyntas of Macedon. This early exposure to the sciences likely influenced Aristotle's later work. As Aristotle once said, "Nature creates nothing without a purpose." Unfortunately, Aristotle was orphaned at a young age, losing both his parents by the time he was 13. His guardian, Proxenus of Atarneus, took him under his wing and later sent him to Athens to study at Plato's academy. At the age of 17, Aristotle moved to Athens to join Plato's academy. For the next 20 years, he studied under Plato, absorbing and challenging his teacher's ideas. This period was crucial in shaping Aristotle's own philosophical outlook. He famously stated, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it." Despite their close relationship, Aristotle often found himself at odds with Plato's theories, particularly the theory of forms. Aristotle believed that Plato is dear to me, but dearer still is truth. After Plato's death, Aristotle left Athens and spent time traveling and studying in Asia Minor and Lesbos. During this time, he conducted extensive research in biology and zoology, laying the groundwork for his later works. Aristotle believed that the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. On the island of Lesbos, he and his pupil Theophrastus studied the flora and fauna, making detailed observations and dissections, which was a novel practice at the time. In 343 BCE, Aristotle was invited by King Philip II of Macedon to tutor his son, Alexander the Great. This relationship not only influenced Alexander, but also provided Aristotle with the resources to establish his own school, the Lyceum, upon his return to Athens. Aristotle's teachings emphasized the importance of virtue and ethics, encapsulated in his quote, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." Aristotle also taught other future kings, including Ptolemy and Cassander. At the Lyceum, Aristotle developed his own philosophical system, diverging from Plato's ideas. He believed in empiricism, the idea that knowledge comes from sensory experience. This was a significant departure from Plato's theory of forms. Aristotle's belief in the empirical method is reflected in his statement, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." The Lyceum became a hub for scientific research and philosophical debate, attracting students from all over Greece. Aristotle's works covered a vast range of subjects, including metaphysics, ethics, politics, logic, and natural sciences. His Nicomachean Ethics introduced the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as happiness or flourishing, which he believed was the highest good for humans. He wrote, "Happiness depends upon ourselves." Aristotle's Politics explored the role of the polis, or city-state, in achieving the good life, asserting that man is by nature a political animal. Central to Aristotle's philosophy was the idea of teleology, the study of purpose or design in nature. He argued that everything in the natural world has a purpose, and understanding these purposes is key to understanding the world itself. Aristotle stated, "The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance." His work in logic, particularly the development of syllogism, laid the foundation for deductive reasoning. In 323 BCE, following the death of Alexander the Great, anti-Macedonian sentiment in Athens forced Aristotle to flee to Chalcis. He spent his final years there, continuing his work until his death in 322 BCE. Reflecting on his life's work, Aristotle believed, "The energy of the mind is the essence of life." Despite his exile, Aristotle's influence continued to grow, and his works were preserved and studied by scholars for centuries. Aristotle's influence on Western thought cannot be overstated. His works laid the foundation for many fields of study and continue to be a cornerstone of philosophical education. As he wisely noted, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet." His contributions to science, logic, and ethics remain relevant and influential to this day. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Aristotle. His quest for knowledge and understanding remains an inspiration to us all.